Hi, happy to see you. Crochet any interesting stuff lately? This is Auntie Nat's Crochet. Glad you choose this video. Allow me to teach you how to crochet lovely and cute stuffs. I have thousands over videos, so do subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is at this corner over here. It will mean a lot to me. And today I'm going to make a volleyball. I'm going to use a 3.5 mm hook because I'm using 5-ply milk cotton yarn. The colors is up to you, the choice of colors, but I prefer these three. I think these three goes very well together. It will make a lovely volleyball. And you also need a bit of stuffing. I will also add a keychain. I bought a wrong keychain. This one comes with a screw and I don't think I want to remove this screw. I'll just let it be. I'll hide the screw inside the ball later. Okay, now let the fun begin. I did 2 of these. So the color is up to you. You can actually mix it around, like maybe white in the middle, and then you have another one blue in the middle, then you have another one yellow in the middle. So I thought, like, I just want it to be the same. So you do 3 of this, and the back will look like this. My technique of changing color is slightly different. So you think that changing color this way is a hassle, you can do your normal way of changing color. If you are doing the normal way of changing color, then it should be 2 rows of blue, 2 rows of white, and 2 rows of yellow. That is what I will write in the written pattern in the description box below. But if you're gonna change color like what I'm doing now later, and then it's a different story. Okay, now I'm going to start with yellow. Okay, let's set this aside. I'm gonna start with yellow. You just chain, first you make a knot. Okay, this is just my habit of making a knot. Then you're gonna chain 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So for beginners, if you want to learn how to count, you just count the V shape. Can you see the V shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Of course, you do not count the one on the hook. So I'm going to work on the bum side. You see this V shape here? When you turn to the back, you will see all this bum. I'm going to work on this instead of here. Okay, so you go to the second stitch from the hook. This is the hook. This is the first stitch. This is the second stitch. Turn it to the back. Once you turn it to the back, this is the first hum you will see. Obviously, you can't see the other hum. Okay, I'm going to work on the hum side. Whoops, what just happened? Sometimes the yarn just does not go smoothly. It happens at times. So once you turn and do your single crochet until the very end, you should get 18 stitches, 18 single crochet. I just want to know that when you're watching a tutorial, crochet tutorial video, would you like to see my crochet on a white, the plain background, Or would you, I mean, do you mind, like now with all this at the back, variety of colors, can you still see this? Can you still see these stitches? Maybe you can put in the comment section. Let's see how many would vote for a clean background. I can show the tutorial on the table on a white background, but I find that not as interesting as now, because now you get to see my other product, right? But so far no one complained, so I guess I'm doing the right thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can always put in the comment section. But it depends. Sometimes when I'm doing something small and I need to go in details, I will crochet on a plain background, like maybe straight from the table, so that you can see the background is just white. Okay, I should have 18 stitches. Make sure you grab all. It's a 5-strand cotton yarn. Make sure you grab all 5. I don't think I missed any of it, but just in case, if you want to count, you can count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, we started with chain stitch, then we did 1 row of single crochet. By the time you come back here, this is your tail. By the time you come back to the tail, I'm gonna change color. In my case, it's white. You can change to just about any color, your preference. So this is how I change color. You did the last single crochet. Just put your hook into this 2 stitch here, then you pull up the other yarn and pull this first color away, get rid of it. This tail, just leave it there. You turn your work. I do not chain 1, I will go straight to that first stitch. But this first stitch, I am going to pull over a yellow yarn. Okay, this first stitch here, I'm gonna bring over a yellow yarn. You tuck in this a bit. So the bottom is always yellow. And the top part you yarn over white. Did you get that? If you couldn't hold 2 colors like how I'm doing now, there's another way. You drop this, you put through this, you drop this, and you take this, then you drop this, and you take this, then you drop this, and you take this, and make sure that the whole thing is not too tight. I'm sure there's some of the stitches that I did too tight. Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time later on. So doing this way, this is only half a stitch, because you will see like this is so thin. This line is so thin, this white line is so thin compared to 1 row of single crochet. So this is considered half a row. It's not even 1 row to me. Okay, I'll show you. That's why when in the written pattern it's written as 2 rows. If you're gonna change color like what I'm doing now, it's not exactly 2 row. Technically it would be, but the last row is not. I'll show you what I mean. Once you get a hang of it, it's kind of fun though to change color like this, because I want that straight line. I want this straight line. I want to change color with a straight line, not that zigzag thing. Because when you change color like this, can you see? Can you see this straight line compared this V-shaped thing? So I do not want this because it's a volleyball, so I want it to be straight. So that's why I'm not changing color this way. So up to you. If you think this is a hassle and you just change color like this, you just carry on with your single crochet, and you see that part of it will be yellow, part of it will be white, whereas mine here is a straight line. Yellow is at the bottom, white is at the top. Anyway, this is a good way to practice your changing of colors. And this is a small project, so you won't get finger cramp while doing this. It's just a very small project, a very small ball. So you don't have to do this like 90 rows or 100 over rows like in a bag. But once you get a hang of this, it's easy to do tapestry crochet. You know, tapestry crochet is kind of like, to me, it's like a cross stitch thing, we hope, instead of needle and thread. I think I love tapestry needle, but you need a lot of patience. Okay, since I'm chatting all the way, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, because the bottom is white, I just turn my work and continue to crochet white. I'm not going to chain one, so I just go to this first stitch and just do my single crochet. Oops, this is kind of, and let me pull it tight a bit. Okay, let's see. Oops, it's kind of tight. Make sure you take both strands. Oops. If it's too loose, it will show. If it's too loose, here will show. It's kind of like one will be pop up and the other one will be down. You know, it won't be a nice single crochet. So it's a good thing to be a bit tight sometimes. Make sure when you do your single crochet this row, you grab both the strand. You see here, there's a V shape here. Make sure you take both of it. You see all this V shape here? You take both. Now if it's really too tight, you can actually do this. You know, sometimes I accidentally pull too tight. I will put a tapestry needle, make sure it goes through both. I'll push it through. Once I push it through, the hole kind of get bigger. But if I manage to go through, then I will just skip that part. Sometimes you can feel that it didn't put through both, especially if you have been doing crochet for a while. I'm sure you can feel it, that you didn't 2 of the strand. So just in case, count your number of stitches every row, because chances of missing the first stitch and that very last stitch is kind of high. So if you keep missing every row, your work will not be straight. You will not have a straight edge like this. See, like this last stitch is so tiny, you might miss it. Oops. The last one is always the tight one. Okay, just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so the back look like this and the front look like this. A very nice straight line. Once you reach the tail here, it's time to change color. I'm going to go for blue this time. Let me get some of the yarn. Okay, that's the blue. Oh yeah, I shouldn't be keeping this. Okay, I don't need yellow anymore. I can just cut it away. Get it out of the way. So here, just put your hook here. I normally do not make a knot. Some people will make a knot before they put through. You can do that. I'm not doing that. And just turn the work. Now you go to this white spot here. Bring back the white yarn. Bring it back to the back. Put through white. And you put through blue. You yarn over white, put through blue. Yarn over white and put through blue. So this half blue, half yellow, and just now half white, half blue, half white, and just now was half white, half yellow. So the half white here plus the half white here, which makes 1. So which means this 2 is 1 stitch. So now when I say make 2 rows of white, this is what I mean. So you make 2 rows of white if you are doing the normal changing of colors. 2 rows of yellow and 2 rows of blue. Yeah, but in my case now, this is half row of white, 1 row of white and half. So now it becomes 2. So now can you see the width here? If I do not do this, then this will be shorter, smaller, the width. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of the row. Okay, now I'm gonna sew it together and make it like this. You only sew 2. This one we're gonna sew way later. So you just grab the longest tail. You don't have to be that neat for this sewing because it's gonna be in the inside. It will not show. It will stay inside the ball. Just make sure they stay together and that's it. There's no fixed rule to this as to how many stitches you should do or nothing of that sort. once I'm at the end, you can just take this, and if you want, you can tie a knot with all the other tail. Just turn it around and you have something like this. So this one, you put it in here like this, like a cross thing, and make sure you hide all this nicely inside. But if you think all this is a hassle, you can cut away all the tail if you want. Now this part is easy. The difficult part is this one. This is the front and this is the back. You have to make sure where is the front and where is the back. You have to make it go through this. Maybe fold it. Make it go through. Whoops. Make it go through. I think with all those tails inside, it's already been like kind of plumb up. And make it go through this side of the ring, which is not easy. Did you just see what I do? I mean, like, okay, let me do that again. You put this into this, so you kind of have a cross here. Tuck in all the unnecessary tail, and you're gonna put this through this too. When you see this, you have to go through here, come in here and come out here and sew it together, and at the same time try to hide this and the part here. Now this one I didn't stitch well. The next one you're gonna stitch nicely, because this is will be on the outer layer. Then you will see the stitches. Okay, let me see. Okay, sorry for all these tails here. You will tuck it in later, or you can just cut away all the tail if you want. Make it go through this. Oh. And this one, okay, I'll try and hide all this later on. Here you can actually start sewing, but you have to sew it neatly. Anyway, I can just try and tuck it in later on. So any part that is not nice, you tuck it in nicely, and between holes here I'm gonna add a bit of a stuffing. I think mine, because I have a lot of tails inside, it's already kind of stuffed. Yeah, I'll come back to you once I adjust all this nicely. So you just grab a tapestry needle and you just sew this part, you know, then pull it in so that this sewing part hides between here or here. Okay, this is the second row, if you can call it a second row of the blue. Now you see the first row is when I did half in blue, half in white, all the way here. And now the second time is just blue single crochet back here. So by right, every row, when I come back here, this is the end. But you see, you can clearly see that this blue part here is not as white as the yellow and the white part, because this one and this one, there's one more row. When I change color, there's one more row of white, and this is another row of yellow. So that's why here I did go through once and I came back. So by right, you would think that this is 2 rows, but you see the width, it is not. This is half row and this is 1 row. So after I did this single crochet, you cannot see the first row at all, right? So that's why this is what I mean. I'm going to do another row, but in the written pattern, it's written as 2 rows of blue. So depending how you're changing your color, if you're doing like what I did just now, you know, without the hassle of using both colors at the same time, then you should do just 2 rows. Now after this row, you will notice, see, the length is the same. Can you compare and see? Right? As I sometimes don't follow exactly the written pattern. You have to use your eyes and your gut feelings how you see it. I have cut the white yarn, so we have tails here and tails here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, I just chain 1, pull tight, kind of have a knot there. And this blue, I'm gonna keep a longer yarn. I need to sew this together. So all this, you just tie a knot, and I'm not gonna cut it away. I'm gonna hide it inside the ball. I normally do not like to cut my tail until the very end, because it will come off easily. Like this, at least there's a bit of a tail to kind of hang in there. Okay, these two, you just tie this knot. And now we have 3 of it. Now let's do some sewing. Okay, I've tucked in all parts nicely. The part where you sew, you tuck it inside here or here so that it cannot be seen. Then I'm gonna add some stuffing. Maybe a bit more. I added some just now. Did you hear the thunder? Sounds like another day of heavy rain. And we can see the sewing is here. It's hidden, well hidden inside here. Then you pull this nicely. If you want, you can make a few stitches here, but if you're gonna make stitches, then you have to make sure yellow is with yellow, you know. So now I want to add my keychain. I'm gonna add at the part where like here, all the blues are together, or maybe here the yellows are together. So happen I have this, I cut a blue yarn. I think I'll use blue. Okay, here I'll just make one stitch here. I'll tie a knot and hide this inside later. Now, like I said, there's a screw here, so I am going to, okay, this needle is too thick. I should use this needle. Or you can use plier to put it in. Okay, so you see the screw here, this screw, I'm gonna put through that, and if possible, since I do not have another keychain, I'm gonna hide the screw inside like this. So I'm gonna hold on to this tail first. I'm gonna pull, okay, and you see that it went through, and I tuck it in. So I am going to make one stitch here. Okay, wait, let me tuck it in again, and pull these two, and it will stay inside like this. So make a few more, maybe here, make one stitch here and make it go through that hole again, the hole of the screw, that screw looking thing, and you make a few stitches. Try not to make it that obvious, so that when you pull this, the screw does not appear, I hope. And you bring it back to this side and bring it back to this side and do that again, maybe 2-3 times until the hole is kind of completely filled, so that it has nowhere to go. See, it has nowhere to run. And this, I am going to tie a knot. I'm gonna hide it inside. Let me see, this is the inside. Okay, hide it inside here. Find a hole that goes through right in the core, in the middle. This is where we add the stuffing. So hide in this core here, the middle. Then shape it around again, and you will have yourself a lovely volleyball keychain. So thank you for watching. I hope you like this ball. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in my next post. Bye for now.